Let me tell you something, Neil. Your struggles belong to you, not to the world. They aren't a show. They aren't a story told to gain pity or praise. They are quiet. They are sacred. They are the battles fought in silence that build your character, deepen your patience, and forge a resilience no one can take from you. There is power in the struggles no one sees. Those moments when you feel completely alone, overwhelmed, or unsure, they define you. Not because anyone is watching or cheering, but because of the choices you make when the lights are off. Every challenge holds a lesson. Every hardship hides a strength. When you keep your struggles to yourself, you give those lessons room to breathe. You learn without the noise of outside opinions. In the quiet, things become clear. When nobody's watching, you meet the truth. You face your fears and your limits honestly. You don't have to act strong or seek approval. You just have to be. The world tells us to perform our pain, to prove our worth through visibility. But true growth happens in private. It's not about proving anything to anyone else. It's about discovering what you're made of, all by yourself. Immuning your struggles quietly isn't about shame. It's about respect for yourself and for the difficult process of change. Growth doesn't need an audience. It doesn't need likes or comments. It needs your presence, your commitment, your courage. When you keep things private, you protect that process. You avoid the well-meaning advice and comparisons that can cloud your own understanding. Only you truly know what you're going through. This quiet approach builds patience. You learn to sit with discomfort. You don't rush for a quick fix or run to others for reassurance. You move at your own pace. This patience becomes a quiet kind of strength. Resilience isn't always loud. Often, it's a silent, steady root growing deep inside you. Keeping your struggles to yourself also builds independence. You learn to trust yourself. You find your own way without constantly looking for someone else to guide you or tell you you're okay. This is freedom. It shifts your focus from what others think to what you know to be true. You become unshakable because your foundation is within. Every private struggle adds a layer to who you are. It builds empathy, wisdom, and grace for handling what comes next. By not sharing every difficulty, you honor the effort it takes to keep going. You honor the sacrifice and the grit. And in this quiet space, you inspire without even trying. People notice a calm strength. They see results, not complaints. Your life becomes proof of what endurance looks like. There's a danger in sharing too much. It's human to want connection, to seek comfort. Your health, seek care, comfort, risk. But when you make every challenge public, you risk losing something precious. You let outside voices into your story. Even good intentions can blur your own vision. Your growth needs space. It needs you to rely on yourself. And public struggles come with pressure. Pressure to show progress, to stay strong for the audience. But real growth isn't a straight line. It's messy. It needs room for mistakes and false starts. These are harder to make when you feel watched. Facing things alone teaches you to solve problems, to sit with emotion, to find your own footing. If you lean too much on others, you might never build those muscles. Sharing can become a habit of seeking validation. You might start measuring your pain by the sympathy you get, not by the strength you gain. That's when growth loses its truth. It becomes about the reaction, not the lesson. Plus, opening up to everyone can invite judgment. Not everyone will understand. Keeping things private creates a safe space where you can be honest without fear. Ndrian private growth lets you celebrate small wins that no one else would notice. Every setback becomes a teacher. Every bit of progress is yours alone. This journey stays pure. It's shaped by your values, not by outside expectations. Choosing to face struggles privately is a powerful act of self-respect. It says your life and your growth belong to you first. True strength is forged in silence. It's easy to look strong when people are watching. The real test comes when you're alone, when you're tired, when giving up feels easiest. That's when real courage is built. This kind of strength is durable. It doesn't need applause. It comes from knowing you can rely on yourself. Silent battles teach patience and humility. You learn that not every victory needs a trumpet. There is power in quiet knowing. Humility lets you focus on what matters, the growth, the learning, the change inside you. Handling hardship privately also builds emotional intelligence. You understand your feelings better. You learn to manage them. You realize strength is also about sensitivity and balance. The confidence that comes from silent strength is unshakable. When you've faced your darkest moments alone, you know what you can survive. This confidence doesn't need to be announced. It's just there, steady and sure. This inner fortitude also makes you a different kind of leader, one who leads with empathy and calm, because your power comes from within, not from praise. Gemdius, real power is built unseen. It's not about shows of force. It's an inner stability grown through private trials. Each challenge you face alone adds to a foundation that can't be knocked down. In private, you can be raw. You can feel fear and doubt fully. This honesty builds a deeper kind of toughness. Private resilience teaches enduring patience. You learn to move through setbacks without panic. You build the ability to keep going even when you can't see the way forward. This creates a profound self-reliance. Your strength isn't borrowed, it's yours. It doesn't depend on anyone else's support. Blanks, keeping things private lets you act with intention. You have space to think clearly without pressure. Your decisions are your own. This builds true agency over your life. Private struggle also nurtures discretion. You understand that real strength isn't for showing off, it's for living well. This makes any success you have later feel more authentic and earned. Emotional mastery is a product of private battles. You learn your triggers, you learn to steady yourself. This control becomes a quiet superpower in all areas of life. Mental fortitude is similarly built in the quiet. The ability to stay focused under pressure, to persevere through complexity. This is forged when no one is there to encourage you. It becomes a part of you. All these unseen efforts fill an inner reservoir of power. It's a flexible, lasting strength built on real experience and self-knowledge. When big challenges come publicly, you are ready. You respond with calm, you don't unravel. This is the power of private preparation. Keeping struggles private protects you. It shields you from unnecessary opinions and distractions. When you share openly, people filter your experience through their own lives. Some will be kind, others might judge without meaning to. By staying private, you keep your journey clear. You can process things your way on your own terms. Your path is unique. Advice from others, even when well-intended, can pull you off course. What worked for them might not work for you. Privacy lets you find your own solutions. It lets you stay focused on what truly fits your life. It also saves your energy. Explaining your pain over and over is draining. That energy is better used to actually heal, to reflect, and to grow. Choosing privacy is an act of self-respect. It says, my journey is mine to understand first. It puts your own learning above outside validation. This builds a powerful sense of ownership over your life. Also protects your progress. Sometimes sharing can invite pressure. People waiting for updates or expecting a certain kind of recovery. Privacy lets you grow at your own rhythm, without an audience's timeline. There's great empowerment in figuring things out alone. Each problem you solve by yourself builds confidence. Each emotion you weather solo builds resilience. You become someone who can handle life's unpredictability with composure. Privacy also nurtures humility. You realize that not every step needs to be witnessed. The most important growth often happens off stage. This doesn't mean you isolate yourself. It means you create a safe inner space, a place for honest reflection, free from judgment. Here, you can grow without interference. You become more sure of your own truth. You move through life with more focus and inner steadiness. People see transformation through your actions, not your words. Sharing struggles might bring temporary sympathy, but it rarely brings lasting respect. What people truly notice is change. They see the new calm in your eyes. They see you handling stress better. They see the results of your quiet work. Action speaks louder than any complaint ever could. Tremendous complaints are just emotions put into words. They pass. Actions are proof. Proof. When you focus on quietly improving, on persevering without fanfare, you show what transformation really is. This builds self-mastery. You put energy into moving forward, not into talking about how hard it is. Complaining can trap you in a cycle of feeling helpless. Action breaks that cycle. Growing through action protects your dignity. You aren't waiting for others to validate your pain. Your own progress is the validation. The person you become is the proof. This builds a quiet authority that people sense. Respect is earned through what you do, not what you say you're going through. Real resilience is built in private. The strongest power is the kind that doesn't need to be seen to exist. It's cultivated in those daily quiet choices to keep going. Every private challenge, endured without applause, makes your inner foundation stronger. This kind of power can't be faked. It can't be given to you. It has to be built by you, for you. In those in private, you meet the full force of your struggles. There's no filter, no performance. This raw engagement is what forges unbreakable character. It teaches patience in a profound way. You learn to endure delays and setbacks without losing your way. This builds a composure that becomes part of you. You. Self-reliance is the core of private power. You learn to depend on your own judgment. This independence means your strength isn't tied to anyone else. It's sustainable. It lives within you. Private reflection also leads to deliberate action. You make choices because they're right, not because you're being watched. This makes your path more true and effective. Mental fortitude is your private armor. Life will test you. The ability to stay focused and persistent is built in those unseen moments of choosing to continue. All these private trials fill you with a quiet, adaptable power. It's a strength that prepares you for anything. When public challenges arise, you are unshakable. You respond not with noise, but with calm command. Your struggles are not a public spectacle. They are the sacred raw material of your becoming. The private battles, the silent perseverance, the actions taken without witness. These are what craft a life of substance. By holding your hardships close, you protect your growth, you preserve your dignity, you build a power that endures. Real transformation is a quiet revolution. It happens inside, unseen, until one day it shines out through your calm eyes, your steady hands, and the unwavering way you stand in the world. The depth of your journey may never be known, and that's okay. Its significance is not for the crowd. It's for you. Your privately owned struggles become the solid ground on which you build a life of quiet power, lasting peace, and authentic success. Take a deep breath, look inward, decide to trust your own quiet journey. The next time a challenge comes, try facing it first in the sacred space of your own heart. Let the lesson unfold for you alone. Carry this quiet strength with you and let your actions, calm and consistent, tell the story of who you are becoming. And I wish you the courage to face your battles in sacred silence. I wish you the patience to grow at your own pace, away from the noise. I wish you the clarity that comes from inner trust and the profound, unshakable power that is built one quiet victory at a time. May your journey inward be your greatest source of strength, and may your life, in its own steady way, become a masterpiece of resilience.